Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ashley Pickens. I'm here in Memphis, Tennessee, you guys, and I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate agent, as a real estate broker, but most of you know me as your auction mama. I auction off properties at the courthouse. I'm the one that says going once, going twice, sold here in Memphis, Tennessee, all the way to Nashville. I've been doing that for probably the last 7-8 years, you guys. You guys, look. My nose is so stopped up right now. So if I just start sounding like an underwater rabbit, turn on the closed captioning. Okay? Read the closed captioning. So today, you guys, let's jump into the foreclosure numbers. 2024 foreclosure numbers are out. We're talking about the states and cities with the highest foreclosure rates, REO properties, and everything else. So let's jump into it. So, first of all, if you're new and not really familiar with foreclosure or how it works, usually there are 3 main phases or filings when it comes to foreclosure. The homeowner gets behind on their mortgage, usually 3 months. That lender will file the notice of default, first filing. Then they will schedule the auction, second filing. And then the property will be repossessed by the bank. That's the third filing. Okay, so for 2024, we had 322,103 properties with some kind of foreclosure filing on it. Okay, so a property can have more than one filing on it. Like a homeowner goes into foreclosure, maybe they get the foreclosure notice, then they decide they want to do a modification. Then they do the modification, come back out, get behind on their mortgage, go back into foreclosure. They might decide to file bankruptcy, do bankruptcy, get discharged, go back into foreclosure. So a property can have multiple foreclosure filings on it. Fun fact, in 2010, we had 2.9 million properties with foreclosure filings on them. 2.9 million. You guys, that's about how many people behind on their mortgage right now, you guys. If you haven't, check out this video, and it tells about how many homeowners, renters, and everything are behind right now. We have millions of people behind on their mortgage right now, you guys. So let's jump into 2024 numbers. Foreclosure starts. Again, that's the first phase of foreclosure. These are people who've gotten behind on their mortgage and the lender filed that notice of default. Okay, so lenders started the foreclosure process on 253,306 U.S. properties. Okay, in 2009, it was 2.1 million. And like I said, the numbers have not been high at all since COVID because of the moratorium, all the forbearance and modifications and everything. We still have, they said like 70% of people who are behind are in some kind of forbearance or some kind of loss protection right now. So it's a lot of people who are just, you know, in forbearance. They said forbearances are going up. People are putting their mortgages back in forbearance. Yeah, life is lifing for a lot of people, right? So 253,306 properties went into foreclosure last year. States that saw the greatest number of foreclosure starts in 2024 were California. Of course, it's going to be these huge states, right? California with 29,529 new foreclosures. Florida with 29,239. Texas with 28,946 new foreclosures. New York with 14,436 foreclosure starts, and Illinois with 13,082. Let's talk about some of these major metropolitan cities. We've got New York City. Y'all know I do it because of that Pace Picanti commercial. If you know, you know. Okay? So, New York City had 15,327 new foreclosures. I wonder if that includes like their commercial buildings and all of that in New York. Chicago, Illinois had 11,508 foreclosure starts. Houston, Texas had 10,197 foreclosure starts. Los Angeles, California had 8,790. And Miami, Florida had 8,603. Miami has been on the list regardless to who you see buying billion-dollar houses. Miami has been on the list with foreclosures for sure. Let's talk REO properties, bank repossession. That is the final phase of foreclosure. Homeowner goes into default, They file the notice, goes up for auction. If it does not sell at auction, it reverts back to the bank and becomes an REO property. Lenders repossessed 36,505 properties through completed foreclosure in 2024. In 2010, it was over 1 million. Over 1 million properties went back to the bank in 2010. States that saw the greatest number of REOs in 2024 included California with 3,466, Illinois with 2,858, Pennsylvania had 2,828, Michigan 2,629, and Texas with 2,501 REO properties. Let's narrow it down to some cities, shall we? Chicago, Illinois had 1,976 REOs. New York City, 1,815. Detroit, Michigan, 1,575. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania had 946. And Baltimore, Maryland had 905 REOs for 2024. Let's talk about states with the highest rate, overall highest rate of foreclosures. Now keep in mind, a couple of these places I'm like Delaware is on this list, but keep in mind when it's overall foreclosure rate, it's like compared to how many houses there are. So if you don't have a whole bunch of houses, and 5 people go in foreclosure, you're gonna look like half the city in foreclosure, so keep that in mind. States with the highest foreclosure rates in 2024 were Florida, New Jersey, Nevada, Illinois, and South Carolina. South Carolina, y'all know I talk about you every video. Y'all have been getting hit so hard. Rounding out the top 10 states with the highest foreclosure rates in 2024 were Connecticut, Maryland, Ohio, Indiana, and Delaware. Again, you guys, if it's a smaller city and it has a couple of foreclosures, it's going to make it look like their foreclosure numbers are ridiculous. Let's talk about cities. We've got Lakeland, Florida, with the highest foreclosure rates. Atlantic City, New Jersey, Columbia, South Carolina, Cleveland, Ohio, and Las Vegas, Nevada. Bigger cities, we have Orlando, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, and Miami, Florida. Y'all, baby, Florida is taking over the list. Lakeland, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, and Miami, Florida. Y'all, I know it's hard in Florida with real estate. I have so many followers from Florida, and y'all know I love you in Florida, right? But y'all got HOA, y'all got property taxes, y'all got insurance, y'all got, I don't know, iguanas and all kinds of stuff in Florida. So I know it's hard. They said y'all have the most properties listed for sale right now. It's just hard out there. And then they said they're like overbuilding in Florida. So, baby, don't y'all know I was on YouTube and I saw a commercial, like a little ad running on YouTube, and it was like red hot sale. And I'm like, what is this, Macy's or something? Baby, D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton is running sales on YouTube. It said hot sale. I'm like, we having red hot sales on homes? It's harder here for people. Even builders struggling right now. You know what I mean? What do you think? I feel like if you're in the market to buy a house, which you better, negotiate if you're in the market to buy a house. But what's the best route to go right now? Like build like a brand new, because builders are offering to buy down. You can negotiate that price. Just make sure you go to a good builder. That's all I gotta say. Go to a good builder. But I don't know if that's the move. If you have to buy a house, go new and get all the bells and whistles, get them to buy down your rate, pay your closing costs, pay everything. I don't know. With rates sitting at 7%, you just make sure you can afford it comfortably, not barely. Okay? So, let's talk about average time to foreclose. This is the average amount of times it's taking a home to go all the way through the foreclosure process. Okay? Here we go. Y'all check out this number. U.S. properties foreclosed in the fourth quarter of 2024 had been in the foreclosure process an average of 762 days. 762 days is how long it's taking people to go through foreclosure. Ain't that like 2 years? Y'all told you these people have not been paying. If you're one of them, no shade. If you're one of them, communicate with your lender. If you feel like you're about to lose your house, try to sell it. You know what I mean? Try to sell it. I always say I would be in a 1-bedroom studio with some low blood pressure instead of a mansion struggling and trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for a house, okay? Blood pressure, cholesterol, everything off the chain. I'll be in my little 1-bedroom, sleeping sound. So, states with the longest average time to foreclose in Q4 of 2024, get this, y'all, Louisiana. Y'all, 3,015 days. 3,015 days is how long it's taking to foreclose in Louisiana. Hawaii, 2,505 days. We can't talk about Hawaii because they've been going through. No shade. We can't talk about Hawaii. They still trying to rebuild in Hawaii. But it's taking 2,500 days to foreclose in Hawaii. New York, 2,099 days. Wisconsin, 1,989 days. And Nevada, 1,750 days. Keep in mind, some of these states might be judicial foreclosures, so that takes a long time. They go through court. Judicial foreclosures take a long time. I live in Tennessee. We got non-judicial foreclosures, baby. If you get behind on your mortgage, the lender will file that notice of sale and take your house in 30 days. We are non-judicial in Tennessee. So, well, at least here in Memphis where I live, they will take your house. Okay, but judicial states, it can take a long time. It can take a long time. So that is the time frame on foreclosures and REOs, everything. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, if you're looking for an REO property, a bank-owned property, because y'all always ask me about this, HUD Home Store, homepath.com, homesteps.com, V as in Victor, rmproperties.com. Truist, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America, they all have their own REO sites. You can use traditional financing when you're buying a bank-owned home. That means you can use FHA, FHA 203K, conventional, VA, hard money, line of credit, whatever you want to use, you guys. Unlike when you come see me at the auction, you got to have cash. When you're buying a bank-owned property, you can get an inspection, you guys. You can negotiate that price, you guys. Negotiate. It's the bank. Ask them for closing costs. If it doesn't have appliances in it, ask them for that. Negotiate. It's the bank, you guys. And the way these banks be playing in your face, in our faces, you better negotiate with them, okay? Negotiate. So those are some sites that you can find REO bank owned. And if we're just talking about the month of December, last month, you guys, today is January 18th, 2025. I forgot to say that in case you're watching this. They banning TikTok, so and they about to riot and protest about that. We're getting a new president next week, you guys. Wildfires are in California. It's looking real 2020-ish. That's all I'm saying. So as for last month, December of 2024, 19,376 U.S. properties started the foreclosure process, so not a ton. Lenders completed the foreclosure process on 2,957 properties, so REOs. Again, in December, usually they put a holiday moratorium. They won't foreclose on people. I don't have a lot of auctions in December, y'all, but I got a lot of auctions coming up now. You heard it here first. My schedule is full for January for auctions and foreclosures. So I advise you, if you are behind on your mortgage, communicate with your lender. Ask for assistance. Exhaust all options. If your home goes up for auction, request your excess funds. What are excess funds? You might ask. Excess funds. At the auction, the opening bid is the loan amount of the property. So whatever is left on that loan, that's the opening bid. Okay, so say the opening bid is $100,000, but say they had that house 15 years, right? So opening bid is $100,000. It gets bid up to $200,000. The difference, $100,000, goes back to that seller if they ask for it. Those are excess funds. Request those. They probably not gonna call you and tell you got $100,000. I'm just gonna be honest. They just probably gonna have a bonus, right? Christmas bonus, you know, potluck at the office, everything. Not potluck, catering with your excess funds. So make sure to call whoever your lender is, your foreclosure attorney or trustee. Call them and get your money. Get your coins, okay? Now, I've had so many people comment on this channel and say, thank you, Ashley. I didn't even know about excess funds. I don't know the, like, redemption period. How long, like, if you wait so many years. Y'all don't matter. Call them and see. Call them and see. And for those of you in California, real quick, HUD just came out with a little bit of assistance. HUD is providing a 90-day moratorium on foreclosures of mortgages in California because of the wildfire, a disaster moratorium, as well as foreclosures of mortgages to Native American borrowers guaranteed under the Section 184 Indian Home Loan Guarantee. There is also a 90-day extension granted automatically for home equity conversion mortgages. Okay, this comes from the wildfire, so they are not foreclosing on people in California for 90 days until April. They probably gonna need more time than that, but at least y'all have until April. Conventional mortgage holders may also be eligible for additional relief through their mortgage holder. Y'all better call your lender and tell them to put your loan in forbearance. If you are in any of these areas, I think it's still places in North Carolina. It's some counties or cities in Tennessee that were affected by the hurricane. Call them and tell them to put your mortgage in forbearance, because you know these banks will play in your face, right? And send you a mortgage statement knowing you don't have a house, right? I'm sorry, Miss Johnson, we didn't know that you were in California. If you don't put my loan in forbearance, I know this call is being recorded for training purposes, and this will be the call that will be used for training purposes. So make sure if you are in any of these areas, put your loan in forbearance. Call them and be like, and don't charge me any interest. Don't add no interest to my loan either, because I mean, these people, like, the houses have burned down completely. You know what I mean? Y'all better put my loan in forbearance and don't call me anymore. So, you guys, that's what's going on with foreclosures. I'll do another video on the top 50 state, look, top 50, all 50, 50 states and their foreclosures. That'll be the next video in the counties with the most foreclosures in those states. So stay tuned for that video. I'll try to get it out in the next couple of days. You guys, I'm on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. I'm right here on YouTube. You guys, I'll try to go live again. If you've missed any of my master classes, they're all on YouTube. You guys, go look under the video tab, and then all my master classes on foreclosures, REOs, auctions, you can go watch them for free. You guys, so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know what to do. Shout out to all the subscribers. We're almost at 30K. So, shout out to everybody. You guys, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself wherever you are, from the East Coast to the West Coast, everywhere, you guys. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for watching.